First integrate class, I went through and described things and kind of workshop things for people who have maybe not done that class before, not done it much. This one is going to be more for those people who've done it before, and we'll just kind of dive right into it. So, I'm going to start with a breathing exercise. Feet lined up side by side. Interlock your fingers, thumbs at your throat. Relax your shoulders. Focus your eyes forward. And begin. Inhale. Last one. And arms down by your side. We'll start our salutes to the gods and the goddesses. So starting at the back of your mat. Look forward, right leg steps forward. Arms up overhead, high on your back toes. Lift up out of your waist, look up towards your hands, take your back bend. Inhale, come back up, straighten your front leg, pivot all the way around, square your hips in the opposite direction, left thigh parallel to the floor, squeeze your right glute, lift up out of your waist, and take your back bend. Inhale, come back up, go right into our kneeling position, so shift your weight to your left leg, bring your right shin to the floor, just a couple inches between your right knee and your left heel, tuck your chin, round forward, over your left upper leg, forward to the knee, scooped out belly, rounded spine. Inhale, come back up, and pressing actively, drawing the knees towards each other, lift away from your hips, and reach your upper body back, pressing the hips forward. Inhale, come back up to standing, all the way back around the opposite direction, weights in the right leg, left knee comes down, left shin comes down, tuck your chin, scoop your belly, round forward over your right leg, forward to the knee, looking up at yourself, throat choked. Inhale, come back up, draw the knee and the ankle, heel towards each other, lift out of your waist, and reach your upper body back. Press your hips forward, even weight between both the top of the foot that's on the floor and the bottom of the foot that's on the floor. Inhale, come back up, tuck your back toes, and step your right foot back to meet the left, arms down by your side. reach that 4 more times so we get the effect of going all 4 directions even though we're just doing it in 2 directions. Every time leading with the right leg. Look forward, right leg steps forward, arms come up. Good, lift high through the left big toe, ball mound of your foot. Right thigh parallel, arms up, lift away from your waistband and reach your upper body back. Inhale, come back up, straighten the right leg, pivot around, find that ball mound of your right foot, sit low, lift away, and reach your upper body back. Pressing the right hip forward even as you slightly pull your left hip back. Inhale, come up. Weight to the left leg, set your right leg down, round over your left leg, keep your butt over your right knee, scoop out your belly forward to the knee, look up towards your own chest. Inhale, come back up, lift up, active pressure down through your left foot on the floor. Press down through the top of one set of toes and the bottom of the other set of toes as you back bend. Inhale, come back up, back to standing, pivot around, and the left knee comes down, scoop out the belly, round over your right leg. Slight pressure the floor away from you as you broaden through your upper back. Come back up, lift up, chest up, reach back for your backward bend. And inhale, back up, tuck your left toes, send your right foot back to meet it, arms down. Third one, leg forward, right leg steps forward. Reach down, scissoring the legs, find the even hips. Lift up, look up, and take your backward bend. Really nice stretch in the front of that straight leg. Pivot around. Again, find that scissor, find that squaring. For me, this side's a lot harder, so I have to really be aware and almost take a slightly wider step. Lift up, wider widthwise, not lengthwise of the mat. And then take your back bend. Inhale, come back up. Back down towards your right knee. Tuck your chin, round over your left leg. Straighten your arms. Inhale, come up. Take your backward bend. Notice if your left knee is going across your midline. Press that left inner thigh forward. Inhale, come back up. Back up to standing. Pivot back around. Left shin comes to the floor. Tuck your chin. Round over your right leg. Forward to the knee, look up at your chest, press the floor. Inhale, come back up, lift away, take your back bend. Come back up, tuck your toes, right leg back, arms down. Last time, so it's the gods and the goddesses. Look forward, right leg steps forward. Find the back toes. Lift up out of your waist. Squeeze your left butt to help keep your left leg strong so you can stretch more through the front of the leg. Inhale, come back up. Pivot around. And find that same position on this side. Squeeze through your right glute. Lift up out of your waist. Stretch the front of the right hip as you go back. Inhale, come back up. Send your right knee to the floor. Tuck your chin, round your spine forward to your knee. Inhale, come back up and take your backward bend. Inhale all the way up. Pivot around. Last one kneeling, left knee down. Scoop up the belly, round forward. Inhale, come back up. And backward bend. And strong glute here too. Help stretch the hip. Press the right heel down even as you press your hips forward. Inhale back up. Tuck your back toes. Right foot back to meet it. Arms down by your side. Alright, switching into our sun's glutes now. So feet together. Bring your arms up overhead. And I'll start, of course, with our back bend. And then come forward, exhale. Bring your hands down as close as you can towards your feet. Pull your chin towards your chest. Try to straighten your arms and your legs towards your knees. Set your hips down towards your heels. Shoulders pull back. Send your right leg back. And then look forward, lengthen your spine. Send your left leg back so you're all the way in a planking position. Chest forward, lower down. Inhale. Coming up. Been doing too much vinyasa. Just take your push up and come back up. Coming out the same way we went in. So let's take the left knee and place it back in between the hands. Look forward and then send your forehead to the knee. Right leg comes in, forward to the knees, crouch and curl. And send your hips up, capital P position. Inhale all the way back up. Backward bend. And back to center, arms down by your side. I knew somewhere along the way I was going to take a vinyasa variation. So let's see if I can get it right this time. So I don't know why I started halfway down the mat. Alright, second time around, arms come up and straight into our back bend. Inhale back up and round forward. Hands to the floor, forward to the knees. Sit your hips down towards your heels, shoulders pulled in, arms squeezing along the sides of your body as close as you can to your heels. And this time we'll take the left leg back. Left leg long, pressing the bottom of the foot. Look forward. Send your right leg back to the plank. All we need is the push-up. Chest forward, lower down, straight back up. Coming out the opposite way. Right knee towards the chest. Right foot in between the hands. Look forward, lengthen. Round in, forward to the knee. Left leg steps back. You're back into that tiny crouch and curl position. Ankles drawing in, shoulders drawing back. Press your hands into the floor like you want to push into a handstand. Lift your hips up, round your spine. All the way back, use your abdominal muscles to lift you. Take a back bend. And back up to center. Arms down by your side. Moon salutes. So starting off with a half moon, done as a series. Feet together, arms up over your head. And we'll take a little bend to the right. Inhale, come back up, bend to the left. Inhale, come back up, backward bending. Inhale, and forward fold. You hold on at the back of your calves, your ankles, and draw your chest in towards your legs. Hold from your hip creases, slowly straightening the legs. And broadening through your chest. And then inhale, come back up. Arms up, send the legs out wide, right leg out for our triangle pose. Right toes turn out, shoulders over hips, all at once. Bend your right knee, bring your arms into position, chin to your shoulders, your fingertips. Tickle your big and second toe area. Lift up, look up, longer through the left side of your body, right side of your body. Inhale, come back up. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Everything all at once. Triangle pose, bend your leg. Look up, chin towards your shoulder. Reaching wider across your arms. Reaching or opening that left inner hip, inner thigh. Inhale. back up. Arms up over your head, cross your thumbs, maybe take a slightly shorter stance. Pivot over your right leg, and tuck your chin, exhale, round down, forward to the knee. I'm going to do the gauche variation, bringing my arms inside as I try to touch my forehead to my knee. Squeeze your arms along your leg to activate your abs even more. And then come back up. Switching in the opposite direction, left leg forward, square your hips, tuck your chin, exhale, round down, and bend your knee as much as you need. More importantly, get the action through your spine. Inhale, come back up, and forward, right foot back, and arms down by your side. Do that one more time. Feet together, arms up. Lift up, bring your body over to the right. Everything well on line. Chest forward, hips square. Inhale, come back up, lift up, bring your body over to the left. So notice if you're sinking into one side, keep active pressure down through both feet. Active pressure in through both palms. Inhale, come back up, take your back bend. Strong glutes. Inhale, come back up, take your forward fold. Again, inhale, come back up. Step out the right leg, setting up for triangle pose. If you need to turn your left foot in a little bit, do so. And bend your knee, move your arms, chin to your shoulder. Still nice and long stance. Long wingspan across your arms, stacking your shoulders. Pulling the chest more forward, the right inner thigh back. Inhale, come back up. Switch sides, left foot out, maybe right foot in slightly. Bend your knee, move your arms. Make that opening by rolling your left inner thigh back. Riding across your chest, look up towards your fingers. Strong through both legs. Keep pressing like you're trying to rip your mat apart. And then come back up. Arms up over your head, cross your thumbs, pivot around. You can take a gauche variation again if you like, bend your knee if you need to. Scoop out, round forward to the knee. Inhale, come back up. And pivot around the other direction. Left toes forward, right foot the angle, square your hips, tuck your chin, throat choke, round out, forward to your knee. Inhale, come back up. And chin up at the top. Turn back to center. Just step your right foot in so it's about hip width distance. Bring your arms forward and go right into our, oh my gosh, I can't even think of what it's called. Sit your hips back low, belly in, shoulders down, awkward chair. First part awkward. Knees stay over ankles, shoulders back, belly in, spine long. Lift up. Second part, up onto your toes, bend your knees. Spine stays lengthened, sit your hips down. Pressing through the bum ends of your feet here. Shoulders back, chin parallel, power on the toes. And all the way back up. Down on your heels, third part, come up a little bit, bring your knees together. And lower yourself down. Hovering your sit bones just above your heels. A little bit tilting the knees down, shoulders back. And then inhale, come back up. Feet down, right foot back, arms down. Arms up over your head, right into eagle pose. And for eagle option, move arms and legs together. So right arm under when your right leg goes over. Get your binds. For this one, pull the elbows down. Chin parallel. Sit low, but also lift your chest. So a little bit lifting up into your armpits. And come back up. One more set. Or one more side, I should say. Arms up. Left arm under, left leg over. And try to squeeze everything to midline. Straighten out your wrists as best you can. Elbows down, roll the shoulders back. Lift your chest, stack up the center of your body. Shoulders over your hips. And inhale, come back up. Arms up over your head. Arms down by your side. And if you need a water break, have a quick water break. And then we'll get started with our balancing series. Okay, for balancing series, starting with standing head to knee, obviously. No hands version. I don't know why I haven't been doing this a lot, but I'm going to go right for the arms up version. You can also do the arms behind, a good beginner version, or the gauche reaching the arms underneath version. So I think this is hardest. Kintang, arms up overhead version. Right leg comes up, flex your foot, lift your low belly, scoop and round so your arms stay with your ears as you tuck your chin and round your head, forehead to your knee. And you can extend your leg forward and or reach your arms up and back. About the same way you came in. Right leg down. Same thing with the left leg. Whatever version you did, scoop out your belly, lift your left leg up. If you really want to go for it, start with your leg straighter. That's a million times harder. Tuck your chin, round down. I don't usually mess with that version. Leave it straightening your left leg. And we're reaching your arms up and back. Come up the same way you came in. Left leg down. Arms down. And then we'll do our regular version, although quicker than in the beginner series. So shift your weight to your left leg. Lift your right leg up. Scooping, shortening through the abdomen. Find your perfect place for your hands. Shoulders relaxed. Extend your right leg forward. Kicking from your hip to your heel. Flex all 5 toes back towards your face. Take the full stretch underneath the leg. And if you're ready for more, go elbows down, hug your calf. If you're ready for more, tuck your chin, round your spine, and bring your forehead to your knee. If you're ready for more, you can play with letting go. And slowly reverse your steps to come out. One more set, I'll do this one facing. So shift your weight to your right leg, left leg comes up. Scoop out the belly, round forward, pick up your foot in front of you. Foot should be light in your hands at all times. Toes flexing back, belly in. Extend the leg if that's available. Keep plugging the shoulders in. Stay there as long as you need. Find that extension underneath your leg. Power and lift your right leg. Elbows down. We're going full expression when you're ready. You turn to the side and throw me up. And slowly come back out. You can always blame it on stuff like that when you're at home. Blame it on anything. Okay, next is standing bow. So just face this side, then I can blame it on this side if I fall out. Right hand out, pick up your right foot inside of your ankle. First our beginner version at the inside of the ankle. Left arm up, reach long the left side body, chest up, eyes up. Kick into your hand, stretch your left arm forward. The equal balance between the power you're sending back, the power you're sending forward, the pressure you're creating into your hand. But also if your leg's up high, you can use your arm to pull back more and step your foot higher up towards the ceiling. So you're placing it one shelf higher. And slowly come back out. One more. Left side, left hand out. Pick up your left foot inside at your ankle joint. Right arm up. Reach along that right side body. Chest up, eyes up. Squeeze the inner thighs in slightly. Kick back directly behind you. And at equilibrium, you go down, your leg comes up. Squeeze your front fingers in closer to each other. Reach out through each little toenail in your left foot. And again, finding your right and left side working more balanced. Kick into your hands, stretch forward so they equal out the weight. Or you can use your left arm a little bit to set your left foot a little higher up on that higher shelf. And come back up. And we'll take one more set if you'd like to do big toe version, full wraparound version. Have your fun. I'm going to try the wraparound version today. I haven't done this one in a bit. Left arm up. Wherever you're at, kick into your hand. Try to straighten out your ankle. That's something that's going to be challenging if you're trying the wraparound grip, but helpful in the long term. And you can let your body drop or stay more lifted. And come on up. And now the other side. Grab your left foot, whatever you do on the right. Right arm up. And try to get the ankle straight if possible. Don't force anything there at the ankle. Maybe you're dropping your body. Maybe you want to keep your chest up to really try to get as much depth as you can in your backward bend. But if you're feeling this all in your neck, that's too far. If you're feeling it in your wrist, your pec, your chest, that's good. And then come right out on that side. Okay, we got one more on one leg. Let's go to our balancing stick pose. I'm just going to go straight balancing stick, split arm balancing stick, just one set. So, feet together, arms up over your head, look forward, right leg step forward, chest up. Just like the seesaw, body goes down, leg comes up, and one long line. Eyes forward towards your hand, or just underneath your hands. Weight still step directly over your right leg. Find your equilibrium, find your balance, your control. And then split your arms and reach your chest forward, arching your back. As much as your body goes down, your leg comes up. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. And come up with control. Arms slant back over your head. Same thing on the left. Left leg steps forward, chest up. Bring your body down. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And that power, stretching forward, stretching back. Feel a big lift through the front of your left quad. Reach your chest forward. Stack the weight evenly. Equal tug of war. And then you can split your arms, bring your chest down, bring your leg higher, arching your back, roll the heads of the shoulders back, keep straight through the wrist. Reach out through each finger, strong all the way through each part of your arms and hands. And then come back up. Left leg back, arms down by your side. Let's try separate leg stretching. So legs, whatever width makes sense for you. If you're super bendy at some point, you're going to keep the legs not super wide. So find what works for you. And I'm going to take the first set right away with my chest expansion arms. If you want these, you can release your fingers, roll your shoulders back, and fold forward. And just allow your pinkies to reach forward in front of you. And you stretch the shoulders. And then you can stay there, take it into reverse prayer. Grab your elbows or your forearms. And if you're doing that, try to press your elbows wider out to the sides. And folding from the creases of your hips. And then arms out if you need that to help you come up. Otherwise, just lift yourself back out. Release your hands. We're going to do guillotine, and then for fun today, we'll also have an option to work into bird of paradise. So, start in a squat. So that means we're going to start with the half guillotine. So, from our Malasana squat, half guillotine, you can take one hand, reach it inside, get your C grip like you normally do. I saw someone do this the other day, and she literally had her hand all the way up underneath her knee. So, someday, one day, someday. But find where you need to draw your shoulder underneath your leg. Reach your right arm behind. Maybe you can get a clasp. You can lift it, you can make a twist. Or try compass later so you can get kind of that sensation here. You getting a twist, straightening the legs. Or if you want to try Birds of Paradise, heel to your left foot in so you can stack your weight directly over left foot. I like to come up onto our big toe and then try to keep your thigh and your chest in contact. So if they start to separate, that's going to make it a lot harder. So bend your left knee as much as you need. Press up, keeping everything in contact. Lift everything together. And then if your chest is up, you can play with extending your leg. And then look over your left shoulder, and that might help you roll your right thigh out a little bit and get a little bit more depth. And then come back up. Do the same thing on the other side. So starting the squat. Left hand comes to your ankle, or it's getting flexible higher up. Maybe you're all the way grabbing on your, I don't even know how that's, maybe that's just for people with long legs. I don't know how she did that, but finding where you can draw your shoulder underneath your thigh. Left arm wraps around. Maybe you can get the bind. You can do it with your other shin onto the floor if you really want that bind. That'll make it a lot more accessible. Straighten and twist. So this will also help you get the body and the thigh ready to be closer to each other if you want the Bird of Paradise. And then back to center, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Up onto your left big toe. Find your balance over your right leg. Left thigh stays with left upper body. Bend your right knee. Press yourself up. Lift your chest. So you're just kind of unfolding from the joints of your hips. And then keeping that contact as best you can, extend. I'm going to look over my right shoulder. That's going to help me roll my left shoulder back slightly and roll my left inner thigh out slightly. And then come back up. Come back in, left leg down. Back to your Balasana squat. That's my first Bird of Paradise in isolation. That's not true. I've done that before. Okay, full guillotine. Toes go forward. 2 C grips. Pull your chest through your legs as best you can. Wrap your arms around. Maybe you want to use a towel or a strap to help you bind. Or you can stay working where your hands are closer, or work your feet wider and pull yourself through more. Try to feel like you'll know you're improving as you feel like more ribs going behind you, going past your thighs. Interesting sensation there. You can look up at yourself. And then come back. Back into the squat, take a moment. We're going to run through all 3 of our arm balances here, so we're going to do even the crane today. So, first crow. I'm going to turn back this way. You're spread wide. You can try starting with your elbows bent, or you can try to go right into the straight arm crow. If you're going right into the straight arm crow, really need to shift your weight forward. Trust yourself. Finish off your crow. And then we'll go into finger stand. 3 attempts. If you want any cheats or fancy flares, you're going to need to do what's going to be interesting for your finger stand today. Don't wear out your hands because crane, if you want to have your fingertips on the floor for crane. Round forward, your hips back, maybe lift. I'm going to do that 2 more times. No holds today. Okay, and then crane. This one I legit have not tried since quarantine, pretty sure. So, for crane, you might just be walking your hands behind, trying to make a little bit of a shelf. It's kind of like guillotine in that way. Get your grip at your ankles or up your calves. Draw your shoulders back, place your hands back. Traditionally in this lineage we do it on our fingertips, but you can also do it with flat palms. It's a generally more popular choice. Butt needs to stay in line with knees, in line with head. So everything is one line. Your arms just make a little seat here for your lower body. And then you can play with lifting a leg, lifting a leg. You want to feel your arms, your legs kind of wrapping around you to help stabilize you. I'm going to try it one more time, get my arms further back. So the more you can really get that shelf, the easier time you're going to have with this. And then once you start to lift off the legs, the head's the last thing to come up. So just don't let your butt drop back because that's going to send your butt to the floor. So try to keep your legs lifting, your butt lifting, squeeze your legs into your arms, and then lift your head up. That one's intense. Okay, our balances are done for now. We're going to move into, let's do a couple quick, I'm just going to go into some leg stuff. So, not quite some of the arm balances, but we're going to do a little rock the baby. If it's not comfortable, bring the foot into your crook of your elbow. You can keep it wider out, holding your hands at your foot. Just warming up a little bit more through the hip joint. And I got a theme today. We're going to do not a lot of hips, but I'm going to do compass and 8 angle. Just because I haven't done any of those in a while. So, we'll do a few leg circles to even things out and give us a better chance at these postures. So, just say 30 on your right side. Make sure your knees relaxed. Your pace, 30. With your 30, then we'll hold on to the foot with the heel going forward, or the knee to the armpit, forward. Knee to the armpit, forward. Just 10 of these. And then you're going to hold it back into your armpit. And we'll start our compass prep. So arm goes through, same grip with your lower leg as we've done in our guillotine and crane. Left hand goes to the pinky toe side of the foot. Right hand goes to the floor. Your butt's probably going to lift up, and you can look underneath your left armpit as you straighten out through your right leg, twisting through your torso like what we did in the half guillotine. And the looking to the side like we did in Birds of Paradise. Okay, other side. Right leg comes in, or you can keep it outer centered forward. Rock your baby. And we'll do 30 leg circles on this side. Again, relax your left knee, sit up tall, get rid of any tension, neck, shoulders, upper back. And 30 at your own pace. Then set it down or finish your 30. We'll go knee towards armpit and out. So hold on, interlace fingers underneath your foot, knee towards armpit, heel forward, 10 of these. And then we'll hold it in. And you can stay there. You can take your left hand inside, work up that calf. Try to build some space if you're putting your leg over your shoulder like a backpack strap. Left hand comes down to the floor, right hand to the pinky toe side. And kind of threading through. And look out towards the right as you extend your leg out and up. And then come back. And from here we'll just do 1 8 angle, so arm balance. Same thing, setting up like you're going to do your compass, but you don't have to go through the whole thing. Instead, just getting the leg high enough up your arm, and then you can cross your left ankle over your right. Hands come like you're doing your crow. Shift your weight forward. As you shift your weight forward, legs go out to the side and they straighten. Come back up. Try the same thing on the other side. So again, just bringing your leg up as high as you could. Doesn't have to be super high. You don't have to have a compass to get this pose. That's one of the nice things about it. But you need to keep it high enough that it's not going to slip down below your elbow. Right ankle, cross over left ankle. The legs are going to go out to the side. Arms shoulder width are a little wider. As soon as you shift your weight forward, legs go out, legs straighten. And come back up. Okay, now we'll go into back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's do some tree, toe, beach. Pretty soon we'll be on the floor. So, tree pose. Going into toe stand. So I'm just going to stay here. You guys want to know what this looks like. Right leg comes up. Find your tree. Stay with your tree. Or take it into your toe stand. Hands or no hands. Come back up. And bring your right leg down. Do the same thing on the other side. Left leg comes up for tree. Hands or no hands. Take it where you need it. And then when you're ready, lowering into toe. Using your hands or not. I'm staying up if the knee does not need this yet. Or it's not beneficial for the hips, then why do it? Come back up. Bring your left leg down. And then we'll take beach pose, option to come out into a short person pose. So, right leg up, and fold forward. You can always start this from your half loaded seated, if that's helpful, or take a pigeon instead. Roll into the ball of the right foot, or try to roll more and more of the foot down to the floor. Get out a little back bend if that feels good, rolling the bottom ribs forward. And just in the last few days, I've started a little hip routine that I do. I start with this. I do it after I've done another workout of some kind, after I'm done with the rest of my workouts for the day. And I do beach pose, and then I do a couple other hip stretches, and then I go through the Bhima Shakti Lotus series. So I'll do a video of that at some point. Amazing. By that third Bhima Shakti, you're like, see a big difference. option to work onto the short person. If that doesn't make sense, camera facing, if that doesn't make sense, modify by keeping your shin down, coming up. Otherwise, weight shifts into the right leg, trying to get that right femur all the way straight line. You can take a couple swivels like I like to do on this side. Bring your foot into the crook. Maybe take a balance. And then we'll switch, come back out however you went in. And do the other side. Ooh. Left leg comes up. And modify with a pigeon or something else, especially if you have a knee injury or things are different right and left. You don't have to do the exact same thing. If you've got an injury or something that's just bothering you that day, modify to make it beneficial for whatever's going on. If I'm being honest, what I do is I do this, I stay here for like 3 minutes and I check, I read an article or something. And I do like 3 minutes on each side, so it's like my treat after the rest of my workout. I start with this and I get to read something on my phone and then I go through the rest of the stuff. And you know, sometimes you just need to give yourself a little treat or come up with a way to mentally make these things seem appealing. And then once we're done with the beach, again, you can walk back up. You can stay there. If the foot's sliding down a lot, you feel like you're just, as soon as I come out, something starts to slide down. So maybe stay here, prop up on your other leg, try to lift that hip. Otherwise, you can swivel. I can't get the foot into the crook on this side, but it's getting closer all the time. So just getting more and more comfortable staying upright in my left leg. Getting my right heel closer. You can't use your hand, that's not really safe. So you can see where my foot is. It's not so close. But it's always getting closer. And I'm also turning out, so I'm setting that heel forward as I perch on my right big toe to get more of that sensation of the opening that I would get in short person if I was all the way in it. And then again, come back out, a way that's safe or consistent for you. And left leg down and take Savasana. Lay on your back. Your arms go to the side. You need a drink, have a drink first before you settle in. I'm going to take it right into our wind relieving pose. So left leg stays down, bring your right leg up. Just one set. You can interlace your fingers, hug your knee towards your right shoulder or into the crook of your elbow. Hold your elbows pulled down, lengthen through the back of your neck, look down the center of your body. Change, bring the right leg down, bring your left leg up. Make better stay at the inner interlaced, and pull down from there, stacking your knee and your shoulder in one line, or maybe better to hold onto the elbows. Whatever makes sense for you. Keep lengthening through your spine. Chin tucked. And then left leg down. Alright, flex your feet, arms up over your head, slight tuck of the chin, curl up. Shh. Shh. And roll over on your back. Or start roll over on the belly. And get started right away with our spine strengthening series. Hands in close to your chest, legs long towards the back of your mat. Roll in through your inner thighs, activate through your glutes, chin on the towel. First a regular cobra. Inhale, slowly start to pull your chest forward, pull your shoulders down, arch. Bring your upper body back. And then lower down. And then for the second set, legs can go wider and go as wide as your mat. I like it a little bit more narrow than that for me personally. Press your hips, your pelvis into your mat. Hands can adjust slightly too. And slowly start to curl yourself up all the way up until your arms are straight. Keep pressing your pubic bone down and forward. Shoulders roll down your back. And stay here, or reach your head back, or curl your hamstrings in, heels towards your bum. You can take one foot and kind of press it, and press that foot closer, then switch to press the other foot closer. Still shoulders down. And release back down. Legs back in, look to the right, arms along the sides of your body, relax. Breathe. Next, Salabhasana, locust, chin forward, bring your arms underneath you, slide your legs back long. Left leg relaxed, press down with your hands, and lift your right leg up. Lower down, relax your right leg now. Keep pressing forward and down through your hips though. Left leg extends, gotta even myself out, this sit's tricky for me. And left leg extends back, leg up. And lower down. And then both legs, turn your mouth, kiss your mat. You're pressing through your hands and your fingers. Inhale, both legs lift. And lower down. We're going to do a second set today. So you can either keep your hands there, draw your knees up, and stay there with the knee bent, or you can straighten the legs from that position. You're going to get higher, but this will be more weight into your throat, so this is aggravating for your neck. Stick with the second set of what we just did. Alright, right leg up, 10 seconds. And bring it down. Left leg, lift it up. And bring it down. And then both legs, try a wide leg version of the get up. So, again, you can bring your mouth to the floor and keep your chin forward. If you feel comfortable here, just be cautious with that. And both legs help you lift. And lower down. Lock your legs back in, for your arms look left, right arm on the towel. Salabhasana. Bring your arms up to the side. Lengthen if you need to. Chin forward, legs long. Press your hips again down towards the floor. Inhale, everything lifts together. Arms, body, head, and legs. Look forward, chest up. Lift as much as you can. Get as much arch, as much articulation as you can in your back. And then lower down. So it's not always necessarily higher. That's not always more articulation, but working towards that. And then we'll do our fly-ups. So bring your arms up to the corners of your mat. Legs go out wide. You can find that place you can press your hips and balance yourself. Right? Legs will stay down. Arms reach up and reach forward, up and back. Inhale. Fly up. And lower down. 2 more times. Each time get longer. When you lie yourself back down, inhale. Lift up. And reset. Last time. Inhale. Flat. And lower. Your legs come in, look right. Left here in the towel, relax. Chin forward, bring your legs up, lift your feet. Do 2 sets of bow. If you want to do different arm variations, you can start arm variations whenever you like. Otherwise, I'm going to do traditional Bikram beginner style first and big toe second. Kick into your hands. That was neat. When I looked up, there was a plane I could see in my window. I don't see very many of those these days. You always think, like, who's on that plane? Okay. And then when you're ready, take your second set. I'm going to do the big toes from the inside. And with this, I'll be about the elbows. Relax your elbows. And let your shoulders do it. Rolls back. And then lower down. And look left, right around the towel. Last Savasana on the belly. And chin forward, hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up. And we will go into our fixed series. So starting with fixed firm, kneel down, open up your heels, set your hips down in between your heels, hands towards your feet, and lower yourself down, one elbow at a time or both, top of your head towards the floor, back of your head towards the floor, that arch in your back, and draw your shoulders down as you lift your chest up. Chin tucked. I already feel way different in this, because my hips are able to do more. I'm able to get way more in my low back, which is interesting. And then hands back to your feet. And slowly come up. If you were thoughtful enough to leave room to go forward, good for you. I wasn't. So set yourself up to fold forward. Half tortoise. Arms up over your head, chin up, look forward, and lower yourself down. Reach your hips back, draw your heels in. Stretch out your pinky toe or pinky fingers. And then he'll come back up. And again, I'm going to do traditional style because I really like this. So you can bring your feet about hip width distance, starting our backward bending playtime. So if you'd like to play with reaching your arms back and opening that way into your back bend, you can, into your camel. Take it as you need it. Start traditional beginner way if that feels better. And you can stay with a couple longer held camels or more coming in and out. I'm going to do, well, I'll say it's 2 more, but I'm going to probably do some pulsing back because that's what feels particularly good for me. We'll see how it feels today. I'm going to touch my big toes. That's optional. And I'm going to do a interlaced fingers version. I interlace my fingers, then I turn the palms out and bring my pinkies up underneath my throat. And then I'm going to take a couple pulses here for my last one. See if it feels good for you. Getting a nice sensation in the back. So these shouldn't be painful just since it's not heated. It should still feel good. You're doing things to warm yourself up and make it feel good. And then when you're done with your back bends, we'll balance that out with rabbit. 2 rabbits at your own pace. I'm going to do a variation for my second rabbit. If you got any neck stuff going on, I would not recommend this, but I think my shoulders are going to love it today. It's something I really enjoy. So I'm going to do chest expansion arms for my rabbit. Again, this is going to be more weight on your head. So just try to use your abdominal muscles. There should not be a lot of weight on your head, but you have to use everything to create that sensation, right? So reach my arms back, scoop, 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 round. Get very little weight on my head. Slowly and carefully come back up. We'll go into our separate leg stretching. So bring the legs out, right leg out, and the left leg in. Arms up overhead. Turn to the right, grab your right foot. Tuck your chin, round your forward to your knee. And then inhale, come back up. And we'll switch to the other side. 90-degree roll the legs, right leg in. Sit up tall, bring your body over to the left, round your spine, forward to your knee. Inhale, come back up. Bring both legs forward. You can take that extra lie down and lift up. We've done virtually no sit-ups. Very few of those in class. Hold your toes, lift your chest, bring your body forward, whatever amount makes sense, or if the toes don't make sense, find where it makes sense for you. Hold and lengthen, shoulders back. And come back up, one wide leg version. Bring your legs into a V. And walk your hands forward as much as makes sense, or stay behind you and lift up tall if that's where you need to be. Legs and feet stay active. Feel like you're rolling your pelvis in between your thighs. And then come back up nice and slow, nice and careful. Draw your legs back in, and we'll lower back and take a Savasana. Flex your feet, bring your arms up. Tuck your chin, curl up. Spine twist. Left leg in front. Right leg over, heel at the corner of the knee. Right arm behind, left arm up. Hold the knee in front of you. Right arm can stay there, wrap around your back. Lift up, look over right shoulder, put your left toes, and just twist your spine. Switch. Back to center. Right leg in front, left leg over. Heel at the corner of the knee, left arm behind, right arm up. Lift your chest, look over left shoulder, twist. I was going back through some notes from Isaac Garcia. He calls the arms in this posture the motor of the posture. So one of the reasons why, if you can bring your hand up off the floor, it's good because you can use your arms more to help you get more of the twist. Kind of like when you use your arms in Malasana, getting more of that opening through your chest. And then come back to center. And we'll go right into final breathing. So just one set, superset. Hands to your thighs, shoulders relaxed. Start slow, go up to medium, and then go up to fast, breathing out through the mouth. Strong, pulling in through the abdomen. Again. Because we did go through this pretty quick, going to give the option here to end with a little bit of Nollie, or we're going to do Uddiyana Bandha. I'm going to come to standing. This is actually how we end the advanced series with Nollie, or we end it And not only towards the end of class as a way to like bring everything back in after you've done deep back bending and reorganize the body, bring yourself back to good posture. These are great to do in the morning on an empty belly. I've been trying to do them every morning. And so bend the knees and keep your arms straight. And you can also keep your hands higher. This is another thing really interesting that Isaac does, is he really uses arms a lot and keeps his arms very, very straight and uses that to help lengthen the spine. And very different technique, different approach. So with your hands at the top of your thighs, bend your knees, exhale all the air out. Do the fake inhale to create the pressure, scooping the belly in. So try a couple more, and I'll do the demo. And I'm going to do one, adding a little swirl. Last one, option to add on if you're getting Uddiyana. If you're not getting it, you just have to keep working until you get Uddiyana first. All right. Thanks for playing today.